welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amy, and on this page we talk all things crochet, from yarn hauls, tutorials, tips, tricks and absolutely everything in between. I had to do this video to get you all excited about the Aldi Yarn event, which has now officially been announced for Thursday the 18th of September. I am so excited for this yarn to hit our stores very soon. In fact, when this video goes live, Aldi Yarn will be on your stores on Thursday. We've got 5 days to wait, not long at all. But I've got the Aldi catalogue on my iPad and I thought, let's go through and see what has been announced for this September yarn drop. I don't feel like there's any surprises in here, anything that we weren't already expecting. Colour wise, I think they've stayed pretty similar to previous drops. I think maybe there's a few variations. It stayed pretty similar to the January drop, but let's break it down. Let's go through each yarn and the colour options that will be available, and I will pop some photos up here that I've taken from the Aldi app to share with you, so you can get prepared. You can start writing your yarn list, so you can start working out what yarn you're going to need or want to pick up when it drops in the stores next week. Okay, let's start with the DK yarn that is going to be available. I'll put an overview photo here of what is on their catalogue, just with an array of the yarn colours, and then we can break it down. So up first we have got the white, which is the same, I believe, as January. We've also got a cream, dark grey, a deep red, a green, a light blue, a mustard and a pink. I feel like that's a slight change. I'm not 100% sure we had the red and the pink in January, but again, that feels like an awful long time ago, so I could be wrong. But I do think there is some new colours in there, because I'm not sure there was quite so many variations for the DK yarn in January, so that's exciting. I'll definitely be getting a handful of these. I've still got some of the DK left and I actually really like it. It's really nice yarn. The price of this is going to be £1.29. So this is the DK. Up next, let's look at the Aran. I find that the Aran is the most disappointing to me. It was the most disappointing in September 24. It was disappointing in January 25. I just don't feel like they bring out much variation in terms of the Aran, and Aran is always my preference when it comes to yarn. I'll put a little picture up here, but the colours that it looks like they're coming out with are black, cream, mid-grey, sage green and a white, which I think is exactly the same as previous yarn drops, so not much new to report there, but that is coming back. So if you've got a project that you're halfway through and you need extra yarn because you'd run out, now is your time to grab this yarn because it will be in stores. Moving on to the chunky yarn that's going to be available, and these are the colours that is in the catalogue. These look exactly the same in my opinion, and the colours that we will be seeing are black, blue, brown, cream, dark green and also grey. That feels like more than there was, so again, could be new chunky yarn, but every time I go to the stores, or have done previously, there is never much chunky left. I don't think I'll be buying the chunky yarn, but these are the colours that will be available if you are on the hunt for the chunky yarn. Up next is the baby yarn. I bought quite a bit of this last time. I won't be buying any more this time, and I do feel like they may have brought 1 or 2 new colour shades out. So they will be bringing baby blue, baby pink, ivory, lemon, lilac, mint, peach, soft grey and white. I feel like the soft grey may be a new one. Again, please try and remind me, drop me a comment and let me know what colours were or were not. I think they're pretty the same, but I definitely think there are some new colours chopped in there. Not many, but I definitely think there are some new colours. I know the baby yarn is probably one of the most popular out of the whole crochet community, so I imagine a lot of you are very excited to grab your hands on this, but I probably won't be buying any baby yarn. I've still got quite a bit left from the January yarn drop. So moving on to the rainbow ombre yarn. This was one of my favourites from January's drop. I made a corner to corner crochet blanket. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it up there for you. I really, really like this. I definitely think there's a new colour variation here. We've got blue rainbow, tape rainbow, which is like a beigey colour, like a bluey ombre, and also a wildflower rain ombre. It's that one right there. I'll pop a better picture up here for you, and I think that one may be the new one. Don't know, I've got the worst memory in the whole entire world, so I don't know why I'm trying to guess what was in Aldi in January and now, because chances are I'm completely wrong, but I definitely think there's some new colours. I will be buying some of the ombre for sure. What I'm using that for yet, I have absolutely no idea, but I will definitely be stocking up on some of that. I've also realised I forgot to tell you prices, so let's just jump back a few. The ombre is £1.29. The baby yarn is £1.29. The chunky is £1.29. So all the yarns I've spoken about so far are £1.29. Macrame yarn, corded yarn. Don't know if macrame's the right way of pronouncing that. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like the cord yarn. I've never been bothered by this yarn, but this year I want to get my hands on it because I have got some really good crochet projects in mind that I want to crochet with this yarn. So colour wise for the cord yarn, we are going to be having mustard, rust, sage green and pumice. I'll pop the colours up here for you. I will be getting quite a few of this because like I said, I really want to make some bags. I really want to make some makeup bags with it. I've got some really good project ideas that I've saved on Etsy that I really want to make when this comes out. And this is a new yarn to me, so it'll be really nice to try it out. If you know what crochet hook I need for this, drop me a comment because I keep losing my crochet hooks. So I'm going to need to order it and be prepared. So yeah, drop me a comment. What hook size do you recommend for this yarn? And is it any good? Because I've not used it before, so let me know. Okay, so that is all for the yarn. So we are going to be seeing DK, Aran, Chunky, Baby, Ombre and Macrame yarn. I think that's pretty similar. The only difference is the roving yarn. That's not coming back. I didn't buy that last time. I can't comment on whether that was good or not and why they haven't brought it back, but they're definitely not brought it back for this September 2025 Aldi drop. I don't know if that's a disappointment to you guys. I hope it's not. I think the standard ones are there, the popular ones, DK, Baby, they seem to be the most popular. And I think the Chunky actually was very popular in January too. But I'm excited. I definitely feel like they have brought some newer colours out. Like I said in this video, I don't think there's anything dramatic from a colour change. I actually feel like they've brought more lighter colours out, which is mental because we needed that in January. And darker colours now. We're in autumn and winter, but never mind, I'm excited all the same. And then in terms of accessories, seems pretty samey. I will go through them with one exception. This is our yarn holder for when you're crocheting and you're not chucking your yarn across the room. This is new. I haven't seen this before. I'll definitely be grabbing one of these. And then we also seeing the return of the yarn bowls. I bought one last year. My mother-in-law one last year too. I won't be getting another one of these, but I will be buying one of the wooden yarn holders for sure. Price-wise, the yarn bowls and the spinning holder are £3.99. So we've got exactly the same colours in the yarn bowl with the blue and the cream, and then just the wooden style yarn spinner, if that's what you want to call it. You know the one I mean. So yeah, I'll be buying the spinner, but I won't be buying the yarn bowls. And then from a crochet hook perspective, it's just that packet of crochet hooks again, and they are £2.99. Not the best crochet hooks. If you are buying for a crochet beginner, then they may be ideal just to practice on, but I wouldn't probably go out of my way to buy the crochet hooks. But what I will be buying is the knitting needles. These are the knitting needles, and they have the circular knitting needles as well. I would definitely be buying these because knitting is the next hobby I want to try and tackle. If you have any tips from a knitting perspective, chuck them in my comments and reach out to me. So as a beginner, I am going to grab these because it might be good to help me practice, and they're cheap, so I can't complain. But I probably wouldn't recommend the crochet hooks very much. So that's our overview. I am so excited. I will be going down to Aldi on Thursday morning. I think something to be really mindful of though is that last year, even though the release date was, let's say, Thursday the 18th, doesn't mean that your store is going to have the yarn at that particular day. I feel like people were having to wait a week or so for the yarn to actually be taken out onto the shop floor. So I will be doing a video and a vlog of my trip to Aldi on Thursday. Fingers crossed. I'm very, very fortunate. I've got quite a few Aldis in my area. I would probably say as far as 4, maybe 5 Aldis in my surrounding area. So I can always go to another if I can't find it in one. But I will go Thursday morning before work to my local one. And then the weekend I will go elsewhere and see what else they've got. My wish list for Aldi Yarn will be to get some Aran, some DK, and to get the Macrame. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Please tell me how to say that. Yarn and the knitting needles and the circular knitting needles. That's my wish list. I don't plan on going mad, but then I can get really overexcited. But all I will say is just make sure you leave yarn for other people. Everyone in the crochet knitting community love this event. So let's be nice, let's be kind, and make sure we take what we need, buy what we need, but we leave stuff for other people too. That's really, really, really important. But yeah, I hope that's been informative. I know a lot of you have been really excited. I did a little poll to ask who is excited and who will be going down. I've definitely seen a fair few people this year say they're going to skip it, but then I think probably if you've bought quite a lot in January, you might not need to. But yeah, I'm so excited. And then after this one, the next one will be in January, I'm assuming. But yeah, I think it's a relatively good job. I'm not extremely disappointed, but I'm not over the moon with the variation. I think they've kept it pretty samey with a few extra little new bits chucked in there. I am very intrigued as to why they haven't done the roving yarn this year, but like I said, I didn't use it, so I can't really comment on whether it was good, whether I liked it, whether people loved it. I was just, yeah, pretty standard on my yarn last year, although I did buy a lot and I've still got a lot here. But yeah, I'm excited to get some of the cord yarn. Again, if you have any good crochet pattern ideas for cord yarn, please drop me a comment, tag the pattern designer, let me know. I love supporting other crochet designers too. I do have a lot saved in my basket on Etsy that I'm going to check out. But yeah, the next time you see me, we will be doing a vlog of the Aldi Yarn event. But I had to do this video. I had to share what the catalogue said, give you an overview. Our predictions from a few weeks back, not far wrong. I think we pretty much hit the nail on the head. I think we mentioned roving yarn coming back, which obviously it's not. But other than that, I think our colour suggestions, I know I did say that I thought there'd be a bit more variation from like an autumnal winter colour scheme, but I don't think that's really changed too much from January. But yeah, I'm excited. Let me know what's on your wish list for Aldi Yarn event. Drop me a comment and let me know what you plan to buy, what you're most excited for, and then we will catch up after or hopefully during the Aldi Yarn event and we can share what we've all got. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Aldi Yarn event on Thursday, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.